Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Higher Source Tarot for a tarot and oracle card reading for all Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Happy birthday to anyone if this is your sun sign as we close out Virgo season, but we'll have it again soon. We'll be back again soon. You have the energy of the crow. Pay close attention to the winds. There's a message making its way. So those synchronicities, those coincidence, co-occurring incidents, the things that seem to happen that aren't necessarily happenstance, are they? That it's energy. Know that the universe will communicate with you in the way that you can receive it through the cards. We're about to get a message right now. Sacred divination, your dreams, numbers, songs, all those things. It's not just serendipity. I heard you're a finely tuned instrument. Oh, hell, they are. Yeah, they are. Hell, yes, they are, I mean. Hell, yes, they are. All right. General intuitive reading. Well, we've got Temperance. The King of Cups. Sit down and stay a while. The Page of Swords and the Hanged Man. You've got the Sun. The Two of Cups. This is looking awfully cozy. The Hierophant, and the Two of Pentacles. Well, I feel like you're going to have options and opportunities. Oh, and look at who's on the bottom of the deck. I think if you've seen the readings here, you know I always do that. I sort of just take a glance at whatever the shadow card is. I threw that upside down. I didn't mean to. It wasn't really a reversal. So now we have 5 major arcana. All right, we have Virgo. We've got Taurus. We've got Sagittarius. I just feel like you're going to have a turn for the better. But it all begins with you. Your higher source is communicating with you. Know thyself. When you know yourself, you know the universe. Know that what you deeply desire is coming home to you right here, right now, today. So I feel like this is a message of encouraging you to stay on that spiritual beam. I heard when life gets cattywampus. Okay, cattywampus. This seems like such an old-timey word. But when things go sideways on us, it's an indication that it's often a spiritual dip. We have gone sideways. We have left the spiritual beam, and that's when it all seems to happen. There's so many nice cards here. Let's see if we can get 5 cards into this. Why not? I like this Two of Cups energy, but I also, of course, love to see the Archangel Michael. So I feel like if you felt like you were a bit exposed, you didn't have good support, I feel like things are definitely changing in your favor. If you need protection, that's why that Temperance card is here. But I also feel like, too, this will be a time of great ideas, of the right people showing up. You have perfect timing here where you're going to start to see some wins. And I feel like it's especially, I heard omnipotent, as you close out your season, all right, that you're going to really say, I am in flow because you're landing on such a good note. So with this energy of temperance, it is an energy of moderation. So like I said, keep your energy under your own management, not allowing it to get so heightened that you sort of lose your way. Because sometimes we do that too. We get on a winning streak and we forget how we got there. We say, oh, I haven't meditated in years, or I've stopped doing, watching The Secret, or whatever you do to keep yourself in check, in alignment. So you definitely have good support coming in, but you have major healing, a shift towards major healing. Now, if you had the world's worst boss, or you had somebody that you worked for that was just a total sourpuss a-hole, I feel like you have a big change here. And this is like the boss everybody wants. This is the person who understands that happy employees make good employees. If you're working for yourself, you'll be the best boss you've ever had. And I also feel like, too, you'll pay attention to what's important. That's what I heard. And I feel like it all, of course, begins with you. Now, in terms of relationships, you have a partner for life here. This is also being mature in a relationship and starting off by asking important questions. Who am I picking? And who am I? The second question, who am I showing up here? How am I behaving in the relationship? How do I want to show up? Okay, something along those lines. And I feel like you're going to be right as rain. You have somebody here, I feel like they're a big softy. If they're a real power player, Like they have a job that seems quite high powered. It's in finance. It's in something where they're in upper management. They're an attorney. They're in law enforcement. They're in the military, something like that. I feel like inside this is a person that tears up when they watch a rom-com. Okay, I feel like there'll be somebody who really does have a gentle soul. That's what I heard. It feels like tough exterior because it's their job, but I feel like they can really separate that from who they are as on an interpersonal level. So the Page of Swords shows up, and this Page of Swords helps everything in terms of doing research, all right? So you'll be doing your research, reviewing. Watch out a little bit for the communication because he can cause errors in communication where we say something and we don't mean it that way and it's blah, 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 blah. So just kind of be aware of this. When it's in your midst, this can also be where you can inadvertently, take a screenshot and send it back to the same person. You go, oh man, what have I just freaking done? This is it, all right? Or you like something you didn't mean to. One of those. So they're warning you. So that's your warning. So with this Hangman energy, I feel like if you've been restricted, you're going to see a big shift into easygoing energy. You also, too, this light bulb moment, you have great ideas. You see things in a new light. If you've had a hard time letting go of something, I don't see that continuing. I feel like with this, it's like as you turn the page on another year, you look at things differently. You say, what didn't I do? What did I do? Where do I want to be in a year from now? And I feel like this will be an easy time too if you need to let go of something, even cleaning out stuff. If you're surrounded by clutter and junk, and not junk, but you're surrounded by stuff, I feel like you'll have an easier time moving forward. So the energy of the sun, anything you do clean out, you won't miss. You'll feel lighter, easier, breezier. I feel like somebody with long hair got their hair cut and they're feeling like 10 pounds lighter. Now with this energy of the sun, it's also making a huge step forward. This is big time gains. This is promotion. It's also finding your people. It's synergy. And so I feel like if you've been kind of going it solo or feeling a bit more just in solitude, it's not loneliness, but the Hermit has you doing things your own way. And being in solitude sometimes is the easiest way to get that done. But with the energy of the sun, it is an absolute freedom, joy. And in terms of money too, though, it is a big little windfall. Come on now. With this, it is a windfall, all right? So I feel like if you've been working on something, this is a yes. This is a card, too, of openness, much in some ways like the Hangman, all right? There's something about this with the Hangman where it feels like you have an ease and an openness showing up here. So the Two of Cups says you got a match. Now, if somebody reached out to you during your season, they wanted to take you out, or perhaps you've just been friendlier. They've been seeming to be where you're at. And I feel like it is coincidental, like you're moving in the same pattern as another. And if you're single, that is, because it's just an energy. I don't feel like it's anything weird. There's not a tracking device on, one of your belongings. It's nothing crazy. It's like, God, this is crazy. Let's keep looking at this. That's what it feels like. It's coincidental, but it's vibrational. So it's not architected. How about that? By human design, at least. So with this Two of Cups, though, in terms of work, too, I feel like things are just going to be going a lot better, where it seems like people get along better. It just seems like life is going forward in a flow that's a flow state for sure. So you've got unity here. You've got it all coming together here. With the Hierophant, though, it's also about traditions, too. So you might find as we get into the holiday season, now, if you're from another land, you might say, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving, Halloween, or Christmas over here. But I do feel like if you have other little traditional things, this will be one of those times where I feel like it just adds something. Okay, and if it's a relationship, too, you might find that the roles take on a rather traditional form. But whatever it is with this is not cutting corners. It is following the rules, and it is also deep, deep spirituality. So I feel like if you've been worried about something, they're trying to give you their blessing. He holds up his hand to give you his blessing and says every little thing is going to be all right. Okay, so if you've been worried, I feel like let's cast those worries aside. Listen for the whisper of the winds. And with this Two of Pentacles, the thing I love about this the most is that scale of that infinity symbol. You're going to have options and opportunities. Now, if you've also been worried about something you picked, like you picked some kind of a contractor, and you look and you say, oh my God, yes, they have a license, I was scared, or something like that, I feel like you're going to be in good hands. Like what you pick is going to be on the up and up, all right? If you've got some like last minute checking, I keep seeing somebody like checking and double checking what they've done, being worried about what they selected, and I feel like you're going to be in good shape. So let's see here. All right, you've got you're ready. So I feel like they're telling you that this is a time for you to make your mark, make that move, and move forward. I feel like this next year is, like we always say, it's your best to come, and it all begins with you. So if you're thinking about making a move, they're trying to tell you you're ready, Virgo. I love you. I'll be back again soon.